Okay, people. Okay, people. Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, wherever you are around the world. We are back, people. We are back, and I hope you are full from your full Irish. Already getting a few people saying Shane Raid. Okay, well, has he worked out how to do it? I didn't catch the last bit of your show, my guy. Obviously trying to sort out a few things at home. I did pop in at some point, no, so I hope you had a good show. Just trying to share that out on Twitter. How are we doing today, people? Big up Vigilante. I hope you're well this morning or this afternoon, I should say. Big yourself up, bro. Shane Raid, big up Shane, man, each and every time. Congratulations again for over the 1K. Congratulations. And all of that AFC North London, big yourself up, Shane Raid. Love to see it. I wonder if he's worked out how to do it. Big up, man. Big up everyone in the building. How we doing this afternoon? Vigilante linked it. Big up, man. Vigilante doing the good work as usual. AJ, Shane Raid, love to see it. Hope everyone is nice and full up off of your full Irish. Mr. Robbo, my bro, I hope you're well today. Like and subscribe, people. Yes, please. Yes, please. Big up Shay. 472 Shane Raid. Big up Shane, man. Big up Shane. Yeah, very happy with that. Very happy with all the people coming over from Shane. Big yourself up. This is Views on Sport. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. Like the video on the way in or way out. It's all good. It's all good. Today is the intervention. As you might have seen from the title, Wirtz, here we go. You know, before I went to bed yesterday, I'm thinking, what can I talk about? The transfer window's done, basically, you know, tumbleweeds for Arsenal, but we'll get into all of that. I'm thinking, you know, what kind of title can I use? And then we get a bomber, a Fabrizio bomber. Here we go. But every time now, I'm starting to get a bit confused with Fabrizio because it's a here we go, but he does here we goes for verbals. I mean, obviously, if he's been told that the deal's going to get done and, you know, everything's more or less sorted out, I get it. But I wake up today and big up the people in the group chat and big up man like Saad's Football Corner. We're going to be doing it under the lens with him tonight. Excuse me, this coffee's making me feel a bit gassy this morning. But yeah, in the group this morning, guys, I'm seeing that Ornstein is coming out saying it's not a here we go for Florian Wirtz. So who do we believe? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't see him going to any other club. Obviously, if there's any Liverpool fans in here or anyone that's got their 2 pence and what they want to say, let me know. Let me know. But that was the main kind of talking point today. We can talk about the fact that the transfer window's done and it's tumbleweeds for Arsenal, or we could talk about whatever you guys want. It is the intervention, people. We are here. Big up AJ again, AJ Bayat. Please like the stream if you haven't. Also, if you have not already, it really helps views out. It really does. So please do that for me, guys. Amazing numbers over with Shane again. When I came in, it was like 65. So just onwards and upwards for the broski. Make sure you go and check out our show, Clean Through 1-on-1. We had a keeper on yesterday, so big up T Chanzo, big up Tops each and every time he came through. We ain't always gonna have a keeper, but sometimes if a guest comes on, then it will be 1-on-1 with the keeper. And he was our first guest on the show, man. So big things, do you know what I'm saying? Always got love for Tops, and always a good show. You know what I mean? When me and Shane get together and we have a laugh. Big up Mr. Waffle. You want to know something? He said he want to know something, Raid. You know, I can't believe how this is taken off, man. But I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. I absolutely love it. Shane's a little bit better with me in terms of the old, you know, putting the videos together and edits and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm going to start doing some of that kind of stuff myself. You know what I mean? We are going to start doing some skits into the summer. But like I said, there is going to be a little bit of moving around. I'm probably going to have to go and set up the internet at my mum's house. And but yes, it's all coming, people. It's all coming. But big up Mr. Waffle. Definitely a regular over on Shane's. I big up everyone that's come on from over there. I really do appreciate it. Hit the like for me, guys. Big up Mike. Good morning. Oh, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning to you. Big up Dre. Nice to see you again. Big up Views. 5 left backs in the game. Put some respect on Arteta's name. That's what I'm saying, man. Shane killed it yesterday with that video. I'd never seen it before. You get me? Dim Shady, I don't know, or Central Geese, I don't know. Whatever you want to say, that was absolutely diabolical. That was diabolical work yesterday, guys. Diabolical work. And make sure you go and watch that show, man. We had a blast. I don't know if Tops was ready for what he was jumping into. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you come over to Clean Through 1-on-1, anything can happen. I'm telling you, bruv, anything can go down at any time. Let me tell you that. But yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. And as always, you know what I mean? I got to big up my broski Dr. Seymour Butts. He's lining me up with some covers and stuff, and helping me out with the Top Gooner bingo. That's definitely going to be coming in the summertime when the weather is fine, although in London it is not very fine at all. It's looking very dark and grey at the moment. WhatsApp's moving bare slow. But yes, we have got you covered, guys. We have got you covered. We have got you covered. Shane's got all the songs. And if you need the CD cover, you know what I mean? If you need to know where you can get them all in one place, bash, right here, people. All in one place. Let's see if I can, yeah? Now, that's what I call it. It says Arteta Sexual Music, but I want to change that to Top Gooner Music. I feel like that rolls off the tongue a little bit better. For me, I always get tongue-tied trying to say Arteta Sexual. I don't know why. It just is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I call music. 50 Shades of Mikkel. Yeah, my heart beats for you. Yeah, what else is it saying down here? FD die for Arteta. The Pep Guardiola diss track. Oh, Lord. So he might be linking up with Dim Shady for that one. Trust in the process, Mikel Arteta. Yeah, so, okay. In Arteta, we trust. The anthem of champions. Our tactics are a love story. Bellem music, Bellem music. So yeah, now that's what I call Arteta Sexual Music, Top Gooner Music. But you can get it all in one place. If you guys need it, we have got it there for you guys. We have got it there for you. Just let me know and we can sort that out for you. Let me get into a couple of these comments. Big up Vigilante. Shane did figure out the redirect after I dropped the link. Big up, man. Big up. And I appreciate everyone that's come over from there. Some people have stayed, some people haven't, but I appreciate it either way. Just hit the like for me, guys. I'm going to put the link out in a minute and see if anyone wants to come up and have a word. What do you guys want to chat about today? Big up Wahaha. Appreciate you today, man. Good day, Views. Good day to you. How are we doing today? Peppermint Freedom's in the house. Big up Views in the chat. Big you up, my G. I hope you're good. Jason Carter, big yourself up. Big up Views. Peace and blessings to you, brother. And to you, man. I hope we're having a good day. It's hump day, innit? Wednesday. Hump day. Hope everyone is good. Hey, big up the legend, bro. Big up Views and the hey, come on, man. Thank you for the redirect, broski. Definitely appreciate that. Let's give Shane the clap, and we ain't talking STDs. All of that stuff. Big yourself up, my bro. I was telling everyone to watch Clean Through. We definitely had a blast on there, so go and check that out. AJ's doing up dappins. That's what we like to see each and every time. Hendo in the house, man. Shane Raid, I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Good afternoon, Views on Sport, and all in the chat and watching. Yeah, man. Big up Hendo. Always appreciate your time, my guy. Big up AJ. Bigging up Vigilante. Hendo, good afternoon. The dappings are going round. Community settings. We love to see it. JogaBonito. Liverpool definitely saying, if you want our title, come and get it. But be real for a war. Be ready for a war. JogaBonito, I totally agree, sorry, AJ, sorry, I thought that was JogaBonito. I got confused in the chat. I definitely agree with that, AJ. They've got their big boy pants on. This is what I keep saying. They're doing their big boy pants and we're doing tumbleweeds. They're basically saying, if you want war, then come and get war. If you hear doors and stuff, my son's at home, having some problems at school. Obviously, he's got ADHD D, and they're not setting up the right support for him. So we're having to put our flag in the sand and have a bit of a protest. So we're getting, you know, the all the cams people. If you know, you know, in it. But yeah, so we're having a bit of problems. But the boy is at home. Absolute bum that he is. No, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He is good, guys. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, Liverpool got their big boy pants on. You know, Wirtz, arguably the best number 10 in world football right now. Let me just stop this because it always does that, and I don't know why. So if you know, you know, because this is what we're gonna do. Let me get back into these comments quickly though. Big up my guy, top guy you are, bro. Yeah, big up, man. Big up everyone in there, man. I definitely appreciate it today. You said war, it will be like Germany versus Poland, and Arsenal aren't Germany. Hold on. Yeah, definitely not Germany, bro. And we're not moving with any intent. I'm trying. Do you know what it is? I'm feeling a bit better today, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like, as Shane keeps telling everyone, we're the ones who take it home. Yes, I feel like if I had any hair left, I'd be clawing it out right now. The greys are just sprouting out everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Arsenal, they are stressing me out, guys. But at the same time, I knew it was going to happen. So first you get that disappointment. You know, it's like if you got a feeling that your partner's cheating on you or whatever, and you might do a little bit of private detective investigation work, you know, like that. You might be in the car doing some binoculars, and you see your partner like lipsing up someone else or something. Like, you knew it was going to happen, but it don't mean it don't kill you inside when you see it. You confirm it. So for a little bit, I've kind of been a bit dead inside, guys. Sesko instead of Gyökeres, Sane instead of Rodrigo. I've been there. I got nothing left. You know, like Ian Bill. I've been dead inside, guys. I can't lie. This is what Arsenal does to me. Maybe it's a me problem. I get it. Self-reflection. You know what I mean? I wish I could be on Delulu. I wish I could be like Jacko and Bubbles. You want to know something? Everything is sunshine and lollipops. I can't do that. But after a while, I will get over it. I will get over it. And I feel like I'm in that stage, you know, like the 5 stages of grief. I don't know. I feel like I'm in that stage. I'm getting over it. You're going to get Sesko, fuck it, get Sesko. Yes, I don't have time to waste, but I can't control it. So the petri dish that is Arsenal, you know, their experiments, their political war of the roses, all that kind of stuff, Game of Thrones behind the scenes. I can't do anything about it, guys. All I can do is come on here and make jokes about it. Otherwise, we're all going to be crying, and just try and point out certain things. So people like Shane, Aaron, Normski, DJ B, Carl, you know, Rashid, everybody, bro, Jez, everyone that's beating this drum. That's all we can do is just keep beating the drum, but we can't let it be us, if you know what I mean. We can't let it be us. Let me get back into these comments, man. It's crazy though, man. It is crazy, guys, though. I'm telling you that. Let me get back into the comments. Leave your thoughts. If there's anything you want to talk about, put it in and we'll talk about it. This is what the intervention is here for. It don't have to be Arsenal. It can be Liverpool. It can be whatever. I mean, it don't even have to be football, but I would like to keep away from politics and religion. Never good conversations. Do you know what I mean? Big up JogaBonito. Don't sleep on United. Watch their transfer. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I've said it in plenty of shows before. You know, how is Man United finishing in 15th? No European football at all. They was meant to have no money as well. You know, their owner looking like Frank Gallagher out of Shameless, and they've still got more pull than Arsenal in 2025. After we've just gone 3 seasons of winning nothing, you know, 3 seasons of supposedly challenging, finishing second. You know, most Arsenal fans feel let down by the season that we've just had, especially when you didn't even try and help the players out in January, because that's who I felt more sorry for, is the players. You know, you didn't help them out. You know, we're running players through the ground. Saka couldn't even play the first game for England. And even against Senegal, he didn't really look himself. I don't know if he's going to be the same player again, guys. I'm being honest. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, look at United. Cunha, he would have banged at Arsenal. He was someone we was linked with. Gyökeres, obviously, we've been linked with him a lot, but he's not guaranteed to go to United. But they are looking more like favourites to get him, guys, right? and the same for Mbeumo. It's been public that Arsenal was looking at Mbeumo. He's choosing United, even without Europe. So what does that say about Arsenal? Zubi dooby doo. Where are you, my guy? All of that's meant to be tied up. You've announced it twice. Do you know what I mean? Why are you announcing verbals when anything can happen? And as Shane keeps saying, if you want to put us in the friend zone, because I understand that completely, because I was like that with Gyökeres. I was doing the Man United Tottenham watch along, and I was trying to justify if Tottenham won it, then it's looking like we're gonna get Gyökeres because United ain't in Europe, and it still don't guarantee nothing. But I was still looking at Gyökeres with a little bit less respect. Excuse me. If you want to put us in the friend zone, I'm now looking at you differently, bro. Even though I still take you because I feel like we need you. It don't matter about how I feel. It don't matter about Arteta trying to ruin you. We need you for Arsenal Football Club. So then if Arteta goes next season, the next manager can actually use the pieces that's been left. Because if Arteta gets his way with everything and he actually goes in the next season, he's going to leave us in a worse position, in my opinion. Stuck with Havertz and Gabriel James, or Jesus. Some of you might not know that I call him Gabriel James. It's not really Brazilian, is he? You know what I mean? Oh, he was great when he came in. All right, cool. But he's injured all the time now. Arteta's probably helped with that. And he said it himself, he's not a striker. And I actually rate him as a winger. But he's never fit enough. Availability is the best ability, right? So that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm going to get back into the comments in just a moment. And I will be putting the link out as well. Please bear with me, guys. Yeah? But Arteta's going to die on this Havertz hill. And I'm already hearing that Havertz is going to be a main figure next season. So even if we do get Sesko, are you telling me you're going to leave him on the bench to start Havertz? Or what are you going to start doing? Jumbling up the team again? Which one of your teacher's pets are you going to drop? You're going to put Havertz in the 10? You're going to try and squeeze him back in the 8? Like, so I don't see it, guys. At this point in time, I don't know what's going to happen. But big up JogaBonito. You're absolutely right. Watch United, bro. I don't think they're going to be challenging, but I feel like they'll be like maybe top 8, top 6. It all depends. It all really depends. But I'm not sleeping on United, and I'm actually pissed off that they've actually got more pull than Arsenal at this point in time, and that's the absolute facts. But big up JogaBonito, my guy. Big up Philip Bidwell. I don't think I've seen you around here, my friend. Maybe from Shane. Definitely big yourself up, my bro. Always appreciate new people, and if you did come from Shane, I appreciate you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. It is free. You know, you are always welcome around here. And look, you never walk alone. Even if you're a Liverpool fan, big yourself up. He said, big up. We're spending big in the transfer market this summer. You never walk alone. Liverpool have got their big boy pants on, people. And I'm jealous, guys. That was the only thing that was kind of keeping me sane a little bit. I'm like, well, Liverpool's just won the title, which I'm still jealous of. And congratulations to them, by the way, right? But they've got FSG and we've got KSC, and they're kind of similar. And maybe FSG ain't going to spend. We saw what they did last summer. And they come out this summer and said, excuse me, we're changing it up, you know, like that. And that's what I wanted to see from the Arsenal. That's what I wanted to see from the Arsenal. I didn't want to see the same old same. So when people come in and say, yeah, but we never do our business quickly. Oh, but we're always linked with these players. Oh, but this and that. And, you know, for me, that's like you're enabling it. I know that we always take long. I know that we always dither and fucking, you know, mess around with our business. But I want to see change. That's what I was hoping Berta was here for, to signal change. Even if we didn't get 10 players in. Imagine if we only just got one and it was Gyökeres for now. And then we done more business when this Club World Cup window closed. Because it's closed now, it's done. We done no business in it. Yeah, cool, whatever. I expected that, but I didn't want that. I wanted us to be proactive. Just indicate to me that things are changing. And then I can start to believe and start to try and get behind Bert and whatever you're trying to do. And even if Arteta's going to change up a little bit, good. It's about time, bro. Because you're too stubborn anyway. And Liverpool are moving wicked. I am jealous. Frimpong, that's a good buy. Kerkez, that's an amazing buy. And I'm saying if, but it is going to go. Kerkez wants to come. It's definitely going to happen. Florian Wirtz. Dan Potts has been calling for him for time. Even I had been calling for him, but I didn't think we'd ever get him. But I did think we might get Marmoush if we put a bid in. I did think we might get Kvaratskhelia, but we're never in for these players. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. 30 people in the building. Big yourself up. Hit the like. It is free. Please subscribe as well. Yeah. I just wanted to see a bit of a change in the approach from Arsenal to signify, because we needed statements. I still think we need statements. I don't want Sesko as my first choice, but if you want him, then why ain't it done? That's what I'm going to ask you guys, because I want to see a change in intent. Remember, Arsenal's done all the groundwork, all the homework, all the washing up, the dusting. They've done all of that stuff, guys, right? And Sesko still ain't here yet. That's what they were telling us last season, right? So I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Liverpool, listen, big up Philip, man. Big up Philip. Liverpool are doing their thing, big boy pants on. And this is what Arsenal's doing. This is what Arteta's doing. This is what Arteta's doing. That's what Arteta's doing. That's what he's doing. He's looking in the bin. We're going, you know, we're linked with Madueke. We're linked with, we was linked with Nkunku earlier on in the season or in the window, however you want to put it. Kepa, you know, we're here just taking out the trash as usual. And I've heard other people say, you know, Chelsea spend money. So, you know, all these stories about Arsenal paying the 5 million compensation so they can send Sancho back. That's all rubbish because Chelsea spend money and this, that, and the other. But look, yeah, they do spend money, but also they can also have their stubborn periods. Look, they've just lost out on Mainan or Minan, however you say his name, because they weren't looking to pay the fee. I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't think it was that much, but they're saying, look, the guy's got a year left on his contract. We'll give you 10 million. So Chelsea were prepared to do that, guys. That's what they were prepared to do, and they've lost out on him now. Do you know what I mean? So they don't just throw money away. They've got better business acumen than we have. Even though they've spent $1 billion, they sell players for a lot more than we do. And they always come in and take our players. If we're interested in someone, they usually just swoop in and take them. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. So I just wanted to see a bit of a change from the Arsenal. Can you show me that things are going to be different, bro? Can you show me that we've got a reason to believe when you say I've got goosebumps? You know, all of our plans are in place, because it don't look like it. It looks like there's no plans in place at all. Big up Hendon Guna. He says, so Liverpool can conclude the Wirtz transfer on Monday, 16th of June, when the transfer window reopens. Yes, I think it will happen. I mean, that is a massive deal, guys. But look, big boy pants, 150 million. Obviously, it's euros, so that's about 126. But still, that's massive. Absolutely massive. A statement of intent. And they were doing all of this stuff before the Premier League even ended. Oh, but we're not in the Club World Cup. So what? That's not the point. Stop making excuses. The point I'm trying to make is I'd like to see change. I want to see a change in the intent. I don't want Sesko, but if you want him, get it done. Why isn't he here already? That is my point. That is my point. But big up Hendo, man. Big up everyone in there. Let me read some more of your comments, man. And then I'll put the link out for anyone that wants to kind of come on and say anything. If you want to just stay in the chat and give me topics, I'm happy to do that as well. Views on sport. I'm just apathetic to the whole transfer window saga. I'm not fussed anymore as Arteta is still the manager. Yep. Time to focus on more rewarding pastimes. Do you know what, bro? And I understand it completely. You've got to look after your mental health out here, people. You really do, because I can't lie. I am one of those people. It does really affect me. And even when I'm trying to take my mind off things, it still pisses me off. I can't help but look at X or look and try and see if there's anything to go by. I can't help it. And it really is like, it's almost like a vice. But you're right, Hendo. If you can take your mind off of it, my guy, take it all the way off of it. Do you know what I mean? Find something. The women's get. I mean, boy, I might even start doing women, the Arsenal women next season. Watch a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I was into boxing for a while, but then that started pissing me off as well, Hendo, because of all the politics in that. We still ain't seen AJ Fury. Do you know what I mean? And Eddie Hearn's like aged a whole decade in that time. It's crazy. But big yourself up, my bro. Big up Vigilante, my bro. Smash the likes, please do, man. Big up Hisham. Hope you're well today. Saying, yo, good to see you in here today. Big up my bro Tony. Big up Views joining in whilst having lunch. Big yourself up, my bro. All the people at work, I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in while you're at work. That's amazing. Make sure you subscribe to Hammers Football TV as well. He's bigging up all in the chat. That's the broski, West Ham fan, but he is a sound guy, even though he rips the piss out of my club. But let's be honest, we're there to be ripped the piss out of. You know, we are an embarrassment in football. Let's be honest. Did Arsenal get anyone in this window? I think you know the answer to that, mate. Look, here he goes again. I was just saying it, wasn't I? No, no, no. But all jokes aside, no, we didn't, bro. There was some interesting Kepa. Even for me, like I said, I thought that was bad business purely because, you know, I don't even want to spend 5 million on a keeper when we've got Cole Hine and Setford and take a risk. Take a risk. That's my humble opinion. But no, the window closed and we did not do any business. Big up AJ, big up Tony Blackwell every time. Oh, is that the surname? Is that the full government? Yeah, big up Tony though. Big up Wahaha. I see news. Sane is going to Galatasaray instead. Yes, hold on. Hold on. Yes, because listen, if we get Rodrigo or like Eze for the left, because remember Eze can play left and he can also play 10 and all that. He can play multiple positions. So I thought Arteta would be all over that, to be honest with you. But if we can get one of those guys, and then you told me Sane was coming in just to kind of bolster it up, I could kind of take it. But if you tell me we're not getting none of those guys and it's just Sane, then enjoy Turkey, big man. Enjoy Turkey, big man. Obviously, he's coming to the latter stages of his career. I know he wants to be closer to his wife. Maybe he's got a child as well. I'm not sure. And I think they're actually in London. You know, they came back from Germany, so they weren't feeling Germany. They're in London, and so he's obviously tried. He was been offered around like an extra bag of chips, the same way Mohamed Kudus is. And big up Mike's as well, GVO Mike's, because he put up a tweet saying all these people talking about Kudus. It's obvious they ain't watching West Ham. And I'm kind of the same ilk. I don't watch them enough. I have seen Kudus, and I've always seen him cause us problems. But they're saying that he's hot and cold. He's rubbish on the left, and for 80 million. I'd rather pay 70 and get Eze. But yes, if Sane is going to Galatasaray, I can't act like I'm not happy about that. I was saying the same thing about Sesko, and like I said, I'm not even slandering Sesko. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's a win now player. And when people are saying I still don't understand what that means, you're being disingenuous, man. You know what a win now player is. I don't even need to explain that. Do you know what I mean? So that's my point, guys. That's why I wanted Gyökeres. I don't want there to be any excuses for Arteta, and I want Bert. I'm about to say the whole name. I want Bert to buy players for the club and not Arteta. So I want Rodrigo and Gyökeres and Eze and things like that, because even if this manager can't get anything out of them, then the next manager can. And I understand even when Hendo and other people that I respect highly, when they say like, oh, Arteta is just going to mess them up anyway. Shane says it all the time. And I hear that. But this squad still needs help, guys. So, I mean, so now we've got to ask ourselves a question. Do we give the squad any help and just hope for a better season next season? Maybe winning something, maybe playing better football at the bare minimum, maybe at least setting up the new managers to come in to, you know, to have some more pieces, better pieces to use? Or are we just going to sit back and waste another year, you know, watching the experiment? Because that's what it is. Like I said, I mean, anything can happen, guys. You know, I'm not really religious. I'll touch wood, but you can get hit by a bus tomorrow. Like anything can happen. Hopefully it don't. But you understand what I'm trying to say. Have we got a year to just sit down and watch the experiment? Watch and, you know, watching Arteta set up his own rope to hang himself with. I ain't got a year for that. I'd rather not waste another year watching this rubbish. So I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I could be wrong, can't I, guys? I could be wrong, and it could all just flow into place. And if that happens, cool, because people can come on here and try and mud me. That's all right. If that happens, then Arsenal's winning. So I ain't gonna be mad at it, but I just don't see it happening, and that's the problem. But big up Wahaha, big up Phil again. He goes, who's next for us? Liverpool. Well, I think all you guys need now is a competent striker. Obviously, you still got Jota, and I still rate him. But I think if you get a proper striker now, I'm saying proper, I'm saying competent striker. For me, any half decent striker will bang at Liverpool. That's what I think. And then I think you lot are doing Drake back to back. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually think City Pool, that's back now. Yeah, all this Arsenal getting involved, nah, I think that's done. Next season, I think we're going to struggle for top four. uh whatever. That's what I think. If we continue like this, they keep telling us to be excited, guys, and then they do nothing exciting. And that is my problem. That's the only problem. If you come out and said, oh, well, we're just going to have to wait and see, then we all know what to expect, right? We all know what to expect. If you keep coming out saying goosebumps, guys, goosebumps, then what are we supposed to expect? Big up AJ, Tony, apart from Kepa, nothing. Yeah, man. Apart from Kepa. And the thing is, has that even been confirmed? I don't even know if that was confirmed. I don't even think that's even happened. Tony's bigging up AJ. Big up, man. Big up, big up, big up. JogaBonito. I'll tell you how United have more pull, regardless of league finish. They are one of the biggest clubs on the planet. They get themselves together, and the league does. United are a powerhouse still. Well, obviously, excuse me, their transfer dealings are proving that. Their transfer dealings are proving that. You know what I mean? Definitely proving that. So even with Champions League football, it's like a fucking frog in my throat today. Even with Champions League football, these man can still get all of the players that we've been linked with. That's disgusting. Yeah, man, saying Kepa, exactly. And even Shane, he had the tweets from that Harry Semi-Face or whatever his name is, yeah? This is killing me today. He had the tweets. 1 minute he's saying he can't believe Kepa's Chelsea's #1. And then soon as Arsenal's linked with him, it's all like, oh, 5 million, that's good business. Like, these guys are fake as anything, guys. Fake as anything. They're only here for a career. Yes, I'd like to make this a job, but I'm never gonna say a different message, bro. Only way it's gonna be different over here is if Arsenal start acting like a big club. If you start acting your wage, then maybe I can start backing it. You get me Rodrigo, even if you get Sesko, go and get me Rodrigo, go and get me an Eze or something. Like, go and get me some stuff to be excited about, and then maybe the story will change. But other than that, it's never going to be like corporate and company man like these guys. Never ever. Big up AJ, 12 likes. Come on, guys. I know we can do better than that. You know, the intervention. I'm setting the new minimum 30 now. So let's see if we can let's see if we can go and get that today, guys. 29 of you in the building. Now it's gone up and down a little bit, but I appreciate all of you legends. Make sure you're hitting the like, and if you are new, subscribe. It helps out a lot. But big up E Ross, mama Maybach music. Hope you're good today, bro. You said big up every time, views and the crew. Who are Arsenal linked with today? I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Who are Arsenal linked with today? I ain't even checked it. I mean, I can go on Sky if you want, but I ain't even checked it. I thought today I can't even be bothered. The window's closed anyway. I know that you can still keep doing business. Excuse me. I know you can still keep doing business, but you can't announce anything. So there'll probably be announcements on Monday the 16th. I believe someone put that in the chat. I believe there'll be announcements. We'll probably announce Kepa because we've always got to help Chelsea. Whenever we can help Chelsea, we've always got to help them. But it's funny that they never help us, though, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of these one-way relationships that we have. But Kepa will probably be announced. I'm sure Florian Wirtz will be announced for Liverpool on Monday. I'm expecting Sesko to be announced very soon. You know, I wasn't deterred by the Saudi Arabian news because I don't think he'll go there, to be honest with you. And I think clubs do this on purpose. They put out news from other clubs, like with the Martin Zubimendi thing to Madrid, just to try and make the original team speed up a little bit. Now, it is a little bit fishy, guys. And I did say this to you. If we'd done all the groundwork for Sesko and everything could be done, and we've had all these talks, how much more talks do we need to do? Do you know what I'm saying? There's no more talks to be done now. Like, paperwork needs to get sent. Like I keep telling you, he's not my first choice. But if you want him, why is it? And you keep saying all the work's been done. Why ain't he here yet? Why is he not here yet? That is my problem. The same for Zubimendi. You've announced it 10 times, but yet he's coming out saying it's going to be a long summer. And Madrid might turn his head. Even Fabrizio said that. When you've got verbal agreements, is Zubimendi being a gentleman? Now, bearing in mind, people, Fabrizio and all them kind of people there, they're still saying that they fully expect Zubimendi to play for Arsenal next season. But while everything's verbal, there's nothing set in stone. And that's my counter argument to everyone that says, all right, well, Bert came in and Sesko was already done before, and so was Martin Zubimendi, so we have to go with that. You don't have to go with that. And for me, that's a perfect excuse. Someone new's in the door. Well, we agreed that, but Bert weren't here then. He don't agree that now. I'm sorry, guys, but he's the new big boss. He's the new guy in charge, and he don't agree with that. So I'm sorry. Maybe we can do business in the future. La di da, la di da, and you move. That's a perfect excuse. So I don't really want to be hearing, gentleman's agreement, and that was done before, because why are we being gentlemen? The nice guy always comes last, people. How about that? So that's my counter argument for that. But big up, man. Big up, man. Big up Tony Zubi out playing with Scrappy. Bro, you know, in Madrid, in the Spanish mountains, I don't mind. And I'm with Shane. If you're going to ask us about, pivot. I'd rather get someone else. And the reason why I say that is because I weren't asking for Zubimendi in the first place. And you know what else is embarrassing about the whole thing is Arsenal fans. Why do you keep doing this, man? Liverpool never got this guy. And Arsenal fans cussing. And now look, we look like idiots, right? We look like idiots because now he's doing the same thing with us, putting us in the friend zone, flirting with us a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. Big up AJ. I fully don't understand. Oh, sorry, don't trust Zubimendi to perform since Real Madrid is what he actually wants. Exactly. And if you don't want to play for us, bro, why are you coming? I understand the whole thing where you think, I might have to go to that team because I ain't going to get much football at Real Madrid. But either way, man, like, don't embarrass us with it. Because whatever you've said has been enough for Arsenal to jump out of the pram and say, look, we're getting Zubimendi. We're getting Zubimendi. And here we are. And he's telling me it's going to be long, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's like, what's going on? It makes you think, innit? The same for Sesko. If all that work was done, he should have just been the first guy walking through the door, whether I wanted him or not. If that's who you're going to go with, all right, cool. I've got to accept that. I kind of accept it now. It's not who I want. I wanted Gyökeres. I wanted Osherman. There was other players I wanted before this guy. But if you want him, cool. Why is he not here yet? Anyway, get back into the chat. Big up Dre. My missus also thought I was cheating by the time we were playing against PSG because I was only up for it like 3 minutes. And after that, I can only last 20 minutes. Oh my God. This is how they affect me, bro. It affects everyone in different ways, bro. Everyone in different ways. And you know what? Yeah. In like 20, in the COVID times, yeah, like 19 to 20, early 21, I stopped watching football. I'd watch Match of the Day every now and again. I'd check for the Arsenal results, but I just checked out. And I think that was some of the happiest times in my life. I was getting stressed elsewhere because I was doing boxing, not me physically, but I had a YouTube channel. I was talking about boxing, and it was a breath of fresh air, bro. Then we started doing a bit better. I thought, all right, maybe this is the time to come back. So then I'm not just going to be doing negative stuff. But lo and behold, here we are, bro. Twilight Zone, bro. X-Files, here we are, bro. Tottenham winning, you know, Man United finishing 15th, everyone else winning. Arsenal can't win, couldn't score in a brothel. Like, it's crazy, bro. We're in the upside down, people. We're in the upside down. AJ's bigging up E. Ross. Hendon Guna, good afternoon. Good morning to E. Ross. Love to see it. AJ, no rush views. Big yourself up, my bro. Big up every time. Hammers Football TV. AJ Hendo. Hope you gentlemen are doing great this Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing good, man. I tell you what, I'll just put the link in the chat. I don't know if anyone wants to come up and chat. You know what I mean? Either way, we are all good. If you don't, then just put your topics in and we will continue to talk. 24 likes, wicked. Let's get that to 30 people. Lost a few people just now, but it is what it is. Like I said, there might be other people online. I appreciate it. And just hit the like on the way in and way out for me, man. Big up Tony, said views and people in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your day. Back to work for me. Hope you have a great day at work, bro. Back to the grind, back to the slug. You know what I mean? Thank you for passing through. Always appreciate your time, man. And make sure you guys are following Tony as well. Show him some love. Views, keep spitting the hey, big up to you, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. Have a good day, my broski. Imagine, I think that was the last comment as well. All right, cool. So, like I said, guys, man, I mean, how are you guys feeling? I mean, I knew that the window would probably close and we probably do nothing. I knew by the way it was starting. By the time we got to the third or the fourth, and all we're getting is the same stories, you know, we're looking at, we're interested in, you know, things like that. Um, I was just like, wow, you know, what are Arsenal going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going? Bruno de Cruz, how you doing today? Hello. Just woke up from a nap, relieved that the signing is finally done. Big up Ismi Everest. I don't know if it's actually, I think he said here we go. I think it is done, but it's, I think they're still putting through paperwork. But medical and yeah, it looks like it's done. It's another here we go. It's finally done for you guys. You guys can enjoy your summer. You can enjoy everything about everything, you know, sunshine and lollipops for Liverpool fans. And big yourself up, man. I wish I could be like that as well. How do we think Wirtz is going to perform in the Premier League? Are you there, Bruno? I don't think I've seen you on the channel before. No? Not sure, man. Not sure if you're there, my bro. Not sure if you're there. Maybe come back in. Don't know who that was. I would like you to have cameras on, though. Only people that I know personally, like Rashid or Yasser or someone that's come on before. If it's your first time on, I would like you to have your camera on, because obviously you can come up here and say anything, and I don't need that type of aggro. But big yourselves up, everyone in the building. Big up AJ said, honestly, I am glad we can just chill as fans. That going on at the Arsenal till June 16th. I honestly really don't care. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I did care at the beginning. I did, because I wanted to see, I wanted to see I wanted to see a different intent from Arsenal, and I didn't. 1 second, who's this? Oh, there we go. There we go. We saying vigilante, bro. How you doing today, bro?
Big up, bro.
You all good?
2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, man.
There
Big
we
up compliment. Yeah, man. Going back to your comment, yeah, I mean, we can just chill. All we can do is chill. Like I said, things did affect me. It did piss me off, but I'm just letting it go now. What can I do, bro? I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's like anything. You can have trauma in your life, but time is a good healer. And this is what this Arsenal do to us each and every time. Big up Peppermint. Big up Dio in the building. He's saying Wirtz is going to end some careers, man. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? How do you think Wirtz is gonna perform in the Premier League? Big up Jano, bless him, man. Hope you're well today. Big up Broski, man. Big up Broski. When I'm seeing the players that City and Liverpool are signing, and the way Arsenal and Chelsea doing nothing, this arrow always gets on my nerves in the transfer window. It's embarrassing. But you know what, bro? I've got more faith in you guys. I've got more faith in Chelsea doing good business than my club. That's one thing I will say. But yes, it is frustrating. It is embarrassing, especially for you guys, because I think you guys are playing in the Club World Cup, isn't it? So I would have thought you guys would have got someone through the door by now. Vigilante, what are you telling me, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm alright, bro. How you doing?
Not too bad. I got a bit of a frog in my throat today, man. I can't clear my throat, but hope you're well, man. Anything you want to chat about today, my guy?
Oh, the state of this club, bro. I was thinking last night. I think we are going to have another. Well, we all know we're going to have another injury crisis, but we aren't going to sign enough players, and I can see us ending up in a situation like Lampard did for Chelsea. I have this sickening feeling that's what we're in store for this season, basically coming, because we're not going to get enough quality and well just cover in through the window, and then we're letting players go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and Zubimendi and Sesko, well, cool, whatever. I'm not excited.
Yeah, I'm not excited, bro. I ain't. I ain't. But what I will say, and this is what I have been saying for most of the stream, if that's who your targets were, and you've done all this groundwork and background checks and CRB checks and all this other crap, credit checks, you know, shouldn't they already be here? Because you're
Yeah,
out, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what's getting on my nerves. So now not only am I questioning the targets, but I'm questioning the work that's being done as well, because we're not seeing anything. You know, it's not filling me with joy, but as I said, I do feel a bit happier today because I'm just trying to distance myself from getting caught up in the bollocks. Do you know what I mean? Just that's all we can do, my man.
I
That's all.
don't look at it, bro. I don't look at transfer stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all bullshit.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can't disagree. I can't disagree anymore. Big up Ismi Everest. He said, I just hope our happiness sustains and Wirtz can start blending into the team while we destroy our opponents. What do you think, Vigilante, of Wirtz? I've seen him play. I've seen him play a few games. I've seen lots of compilations. I've seen a lot more of him than I've seen of Sesko. I've always known about Wirtz. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know that he is, in this day and age, one of the best tens in world football. But do you think he's going to do well in the league? How do you think he's going to?
He's gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that, but
because they got him in at the right time. He got the whole pre-season to get used to the squad,
yeah,
slot system,
Mm.
and he will hit the ground running. And I'm really not sure on Zubimendi is even coming to the club. Because we've heard, 4 times now? It's done. Where is he? But we can go and sign Kepa. Sorry to interrupt you then.
You're all right. You're all right. Was that actually confirmed, Vigilante? Because I didn't know if it. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's confirmed. Is it confirmed?
I think so. I don't know 100% on that, but we know something like that. It's confirmed. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I definitely think, but I don't know if it's confirmed yet. So it'll probably be bloody. That will be like the first announcement on Monday. So we've been dying out for a gunman forever, and then the first person through the door is a reject goalkeeper. Like it just smacks of the same old Arsenal.
Did you see the PR this morning?
No,
Obviously,
bro.
the window shut last night. So you know what they did? They pumped out Herbert Chapman's history. Like the app went on my phone off about 8 o'clock this morning, and it was just like, oh, fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
Like the state we're in now, you're trying to go, oh, look what he did. And so many fans don't even know who he is.
I know.
They probably walk past that statue and probably think he was a ground attender or
groundsman or a caretaker. Who's Herbert Chapman? Do you know what I mean? Like it's madness, bro. Absolute madness. And this is what they keep doing. I keep saying they're like a think tank. If you know about law-abiding citizen, yeah, they're like that. They're always got moves 3, 4, 5 steps ahead, especially with PR and things like that.
I'm sure he won us our first FA Cup, didn't he?
Chapman, I believe so.
Yeah. Was it the first league win as well?
I know it was in the.
That's the one I'm not sure about.
I'm not sure about it.
I need to check.
But I know that he definitely changed up the way we played.
He was revolutionary. Everyone copied his systems, his tactics. They were just his formation, everything.
That's what I knew about Chapman in terms of the titles that he won. I can't tell you what year, when. Like I just can't. But I do know about him, and I do know what he done for the Arsenal. You know, and that's the main thing. Big up Dre. He's saying the problem is not that we spend over 750 million on players. The problem is that it was all under one manager. Yeah, the money ain't even a problem. 750 over half a decade. Like you can't compare that to Chelsea's 1 billion in like 1 year. Of course you can't. Of course you can't. You know, and so when you break that down, obviously he's spending, I don't know, 150 or maybe a little bit more. Some seasons a little bit less. But for me, the big deal is that you have actually spent that money, right? And this is your team. You've brought 30 plus players. And yes, as you said, all under one manager. For me, it highlights your lack of talent ID. Do you know what I mean? It highlights your lack of business acumen because we're paying over the odds for a lot of these players. We're giving them crazy wages. So as I said on Clean Through One-on-One yesterday, it's the Ouroboros. We're just going round in a circle. So all of that toxic stuff that he was supposed to have got us out of, yeah, we're now right back in it. We've got players that we can't even shift because of the injuries and the wages that they're on. We're in a bad position. So, and all of this myth that he took us out of hell, no, bro. He put us into hell, bro. Unai Emery finished 5th. By the time he got sacked the next season, he was 7th. The league hadn't finished. He didn't finish the season. Mikel Arteta finished 8th twice, right at the beginning. So don't anyone tell me that he took us from 8th. He put us into 8th.
20th when Spurs were first.
Exactly. Go and do your research. I don't want to hear that myth anymore, people.
Only manager in our history ever to do that.
Do you know what? Vigilante gets the clap, and I ain't talking STDs. What are we doing? No, I do it all the time. When I've watched back, if I speak over the sound effects, you can't really hear it, so you got to wait for it to finish. Go ahead, my bro.
But like, what more do people need for him to be sacked? These mutants. I actually heard two of them talking in a shop the other day, and I can't even be asked to argue with them, bro. They were literally standing there going on about the injuries and the red cards, and they're actually going on the Rice red card cost us big time in the Brighton game. It's
Oh
like
God.
weren't we winning or at that point,
Oh
or
my.
were we drawing? I can't quite remember,
I
but it was
can't. Do
just
you
like
know what, bro? I can't remember. It's all I've tried to forget most of this season, and I ain't one of those people. Some people, it's like remember Mortal Kombat, test your might. So if you know all of these answers, you're a better Arsenal fan than the others. I don't go for all of that. I've been born into this. It's in my blood, and that's all it is. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start maybe trying to get these printed out and send them off to everyone, so that you can just walk around with your bingo card in your pocket. So just for that
keep
situation.
that there for a moment, bro. I'm going to tell you how many I heard yesterday. One, the refs are against us. We
Yeah.
dominate possession. I've heard he built a culture, not he's building one.
Well,
This is
yeah,
all within one sentence from one mutant.
Jesus, the whole card. You would have got a full house nearly, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Um,
go on.
we got UCL semi and we are competing again. And just wait for next season. I heard all of that from
Oh,
one of them.
and this is what we're dealing with, guys. I'm gonna have to get the full bingo cards out, and I know some of them are not bang on, but they're like categories in it, so you got to get them as close. When they
There's
say,
one you need to add on there. I've heard a few times.
"Go
He
on, mate,"
learned his attacking play from Wenger.
oh,
Oh mate, don't, just don't.
don't, because he's allergic to attacking. His attacking is inverted, bro. Like,
Yeah,
don't attack.
I'd love to know what Wenger thought when he was sat watching that semi-final. I would love to. I would love to know what the hell was going through his mind at that point. Because
He's
there's
probably
no way
trying to sleep.
he sat there going, I'm proud of him. He was my captain." He's probably
Oh,
thinking, "I didn't teach him this.
what is
Where the
this?
hell did he learn this?
It's anti-football.
I never saw Wenger get them to take a long throw."
I'm saying Thomas Partey drying the ball in the Champions League semi-final in 2025, getting ready to put a long throw in. It's unbelievable. Big up Mali though, my bro. Hope you're well, man. Thank you for passing through today. Ain't seen you for, but I think I did actually see you in a couple of streams though. Big yourself up, broski. Big up Dio. The manager spent too much money on rubbish. He absolutely did. Goalkeepers, left backs, like we've spent like I
Did
think
I hear 10 goalkeepers now? Is it
it's
10?
something like that. I don't know the actual numbers,
Fuck's
but
sake,
I
man.
know that we are very, very close. I know that we are very, very close to that number. And again, who's going to be the first person to walk through the door? A goalkeeper, a mini fridge. If we do get Zubamendi, when we need a gunman, this is what I don't understand. I thought Berta was going to come and change it, bro. And
Like, I bet you could count sorry to interrupt, Wenger's goalkeeping signings on one hand.
probably.
Lehmann, Almunia, Fabianski, Chesney. There was another one, Manoni, and who was the other? There was another
Zico,
one,
Manoni,
David Ospina.
Ospina, the Span. Yes, he great
See,
memory.
that's less than Arteta.
Listen, Arsene Wenger wasn't good at building defenses. When he came through and started winning everything, he already had the Graham defense, but he added the attack. So we got lucky. I mean, he did build a relatively good defense, but that weren't something he was known for, if you know what I mean. Whereas Arteta is trying to build all defense, all fridges, all midfield, but he's not known for attack. So again, if you don't change the way he approaches things, we're going to be stinky and boring and not even get the win on top of that, bro. That's what's really pissing me off.
You watch this season, we've turned in from to a fence to a concrete post.
Basically,
with
on
Zubamendi.
wheels. Yeah, on wheels that you can kind of move into different positions. You know, like when you're at the football pitch and they wheel the goal in and put it into place. That's what it's like, bro. Honestly, it's yeah. Big up, man. Mikel Music. Big up Eros. Big up Is Everest. The link is in the chat, bro. Big yourself up. Yeah, he's laughing at it. Let me just try and get into some of these chats, man. 31 of you in the building. I appreciate you guys today, man. Make sure you're hitting the likes for me, guys. Make sure you are subscribing. You know, if you have got a topic you want to chat about, then get it in. I'm pretty sure I'll probably do about 35 more minutes. So if anyone does want to come up and have their quick say, then the time is now. Big up Dio. Too much money spent on meaty players. Facts. Too many academy grads that are better than those meaty players. Facts. We signed not getting to touch grass. Facts, bro. Facts. That Dalman's gonna come in and be another one next season. So I'm just scared to see what's gonna happen with him. We've seen what's happened with Wanyeri. Skelly has flourished because obviously he's excelling in a defensive position, and that's what Arteta, ranks in a sock about. So, I mean, what do you think about Dalman next season, bro? Do you think we should try and loan him out, or
Yeah, that's the best thing.
yeah?
'Cause I don't know if it's true. I heard Barcelona are looking at him, or City. I heard someone's looking at him,
What, to
and
buy him?
I'm not sure, but I've just heard
Wow.
rumours about it.
Wow.
There could be truth to it. There could not be, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is, because you got to think all the agents of the youth players must be looking at the last 2 seasons and gone, no, they ain't got a chance.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They ain't
You
got a
know,
chance, bro.
because Ethan, I would not blame him if he's on his way out the door this season, by in the summer. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I've never known anything like it.
Yeah,
I
never
mean,
known
I've heard
anything.
it a number of times been mentioned, and yeah, Wenger did play the kids in the League Cup games, but he still played them in that final. He gave them that chance. There was always a chance.
And we won cups under Wenger, so you can't ever say that he disregarded it or didn't. Hold on, I think I shared the wrong thing. Disregarded it, or the way that Arteta's just thrown away the cups. Wenger could challenge on more than one front, and that's something I've struggled to see Arteta do at this point in time. This was someone's. I think you sent it to me. This was
Yeah,
someone.
Wahaha
Yeah,
did
big up.
that. That's class. That is.
Here comes the love child of Christian and Harry Semi-Face. And if you want to know about Mr. Pink Eye, bruv,
Wait, you sure that ain't Charles Manson?
I think it might be, bro, but it looks like
that is more fitting,
yeah.
bro. Charles Manson looks
Take
more
the hair
like
away,
Christian.
and that's Harry Semi-Face, right?
Oh, Christian, add the beard, bro. Fill in the beard.
Yeah, no,
And
and
you got
that's
Christian.
yeah. But just look at the face, bro. That is Harry, bro. Yeah, that is Harry Semi-Face right there. He's got the hair. That's why I'm saying
Put
Christian.
the Lego hair on him, bro. Remove the facial hair, and you got Arteta.
And obviously, Mr. Pink Eye, leave the geezer alone. There's no way you'd ever in life see a picture with me in a Spurs. Like, I went and done the Spurs Bodo Glimt, the first leg. I went to go and do to there is to do. I was spitting all over the stadium. I was cussing the fans. If you go and watch
I saw it, bro. I hope you had a hazmat suit on in that
bro,
shithole. It's heavily radioactive there,
yeah,
mate.
I had to come out.
Heavily
I had
radioactive.
to have a rape shower and stuff like, and I got paid to go and do that job as well. So I'm like, what? Go to Spurs, get paid. All right, cool.
Bro,
That's
you're growing extra 2 feet and walking into that shithole.
bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's no way you'd catch me dead in a picture like this, bro. I ain't. So when you say leave the geezer alone, I can't leave this alone. And I heard that this guy's a QPR fan as well. But let me just get rid of him for the moment. Crazy. How much money was spent on Fabio, who Vieira? I think it was like 35 million or something like that, wasn't it? And fucking Vitinha was there at the time. Like, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Who is doing the talent ID for Arsenal? They need to get sacked. They go and follow Vinay over to Spurs or whatever. Like, whoever's doing that.
I'll add something, bro. Add another 7 or 8 mil on there, and you got Ivan Toney.
Bro, and did you see Ivan Toney yesterday? He flew all the way from Saudi, bro.
Yeah.
For England and get microwave minutes like Ethan Wanyeri. I feel so sorry for that guy.
It's the same. It's happened to him before, bro. Southgate did it to him.
Yeah. I take him right now. I take him right now.
He's a very good striker. He just has to walk into a box and he causes chaos.
I take him right now. If you say, oh, the Sesko's still falling through and Jokeres has told us to fuck off because we was messing him around. All right, cool. Osherman, no. All right, cool. Tony, I'll take Tony right now. Right now.
Do you remember who was it England were facing when Bellingham scored the overhead kick and sent us into extra time? Was it Switzerland?
That was in the tournament, wasn't it? In the Euros. Right. I think
go back and watch that goal, right? You know how that goal happened? Ivan Toney got subbed on. All he did was walk in the box, and the forward defenders had gone shit, and they stood around him. And then Bellingham's got that space. Then what happened in the first half of extra time? Toney set up Harry Kane. There you go.
He's problems, bro. He's problems, and I'll take him right now. You know what I'm
And
saying?
another thing, right? Oh god, this is fucking making me angry. I saw someone going, Rice's free kicks are the best any Arsenal player has scored. No, 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 no. 2014 FA Cup final, Santi Cazorla. That
Mm,
shits on Rice's free kicks. We were
mm.
2-0 down, FA Cup final, and that broke the trophy drought.
I don't worry when I hear things like that. When people say things like that or try and say what they're looking at now is like better than Wenger and Graham and stuff, because I've heard that. Like they really entertain. When I hear stuff like that, then I just know that you're a blue badge straight away. And I know it ain't politically correct. Like I said, my son's got a disability, but I'm from that era. I'm just gonna put you in that category, and I don't take you seriously after that. But big yourself up, bro. Hendon saying AJ Arteta brought more deadwood to replace the deadwood left behind by Wenger. Make it make sense. Yeah, there's that as well. Hold on a second. I need to expand my screen. Oh man, like E Ross in the building. What you telling me, bro? You can come on with no camera because I know it's broski. What you telling me, bro? Can you hear me? Ricky Ross, are you there?
I don't think he's muted.
No, he's not muted. He's not looking muted on my screen. Mr. E. Ross, are you in the building? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, we'll take him out just for now. Join back if you're there, bro. If you want to talk. Yeah, we've got Vigilante's link there as well. So make sure you go and click it. He's doing gaming streams as well. So go and show some love over there. Don't be no pagans. Big up Mr. Robo Boy 10, 35 mil. Yeah, 35 mil. And we came back with him and left Fatinia over there. We went and scouted Marquinhos and Kvaratskhelia, and we know the rest. We know the rest. Like, it's disgusting. Big up Hendo saying good afternoon. Good afternoon. AJ 29 likes. Big up, man. Come on, one more. Let's get it to 30, guys. Even plus. But 30 is the minimum. Mali saying Wirtz is cold, man. Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think it's back-to-back settings for Liverpool, especially if they get a striker. And what I do think is City, Paul, that's back now. Arsenal, we're gonna be the third or the fourth or even the fifth team now. I feel like we're out of that three teams that are challenging. That's what I really feel like. 100%. He's bigging up Hendo. Big up Mr. Robbo as well. Make sure you're subscribing to Robbo. Get your link in there as well, Mr. Robbo, or one of the mods. Please do that. Dio saying, yeah, that's Mateta money or something. Should have taken that punt. I'm telling you, bro. Even right now, I know it sounds weird, and I said this yesterday. I will take Mateta right now over Sesko, and it's not it's not a Sesko slander. It's just about what we need right now. Mateta is physical. Mateta scores goals. Mateta can play anywhere across the front line. Mateta's Premier League proven. And these
And
things,
he's strong, bro.
yeah,
He
powerful.
is. You know, and look what happened to him at Millwall. That didn't put him out. He come back and what did he do? He win and won the FA Cup.
No, every time he plays us, he's a problem. Like, he folded Odegaard like a deck chair, bro. Like, come on, bro. You're telling me we couldn't do with that? He's doing the whole waving of the arms. He's up for it. He's at a good age.
That
And so,
annoys me.
yeah, I know it does. But when good players that are really putting in the effort of doing that, then I love it. But when
I think when you're 2 or 3-0 up, then yeah, cool. Then get the crowd up more. Not when you're like 0-0 or 1-0 down. It's fucking stupid, man.
When you're 1-0 down, if it's 0-0, that's stupid. 1-0 down, sometimes you need something to turn the game. So I won't commit on that one. 0-0, yes. But like I said, for me, it's not even about the time, it's about who's doing it. If it's someone like Gabby, you know, like my captain, if it's Gabriel Magalhaes, or when I see Declan or Odegaard do it, I'm just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But if it was like Gabby or someone crazy, someone really putting in the effort, you know, like Yamal blitzing all over Inter Milan, for instance. So if he was doing that, then yes, you're controlling the game. So I wouldn't mind it. But if you're just any old dickhead like Odegaard or like, nah, stop it, bro. Especially when you can't even clear the wall. But, you know, we're not going to agree on everything. But I hear your points, though. I hear your points. Sometimes it does look embarrassing. Especially...
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, bro. I look at the Invincibles. I never saw them do that.
No, of course. It was different then. I didn't see many players doing that.
Because they knew they had to do it on the pitch and the crowd would get up.
No, exactly.
One player would spin, someone would do a few tricks, and then that's it. And that's all that's needed is someone just to be creative and go, that's it, I've had enough. Let's wake this game up.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think what people need to realize, and even people my age and older, was like the game has changed, man. Like we even what we was talking about yesterday, one on one with Shane, and that we were going through strikers of the 2000s, even just even at the 2000s, and the level was just gone. Like the game is not the game that we knew, definitely not. And trying to maintain them standards when we've got Arteta that's basically turning us into Shoreditch. You know, it's very, 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 very hard. But I hear your point, man. Big up Dio. He's saying Zubamendi not leaving Spain. Zubamendi not coming. Bro, I don't know what's going on. We keep hearing that he is, but it's a gentleman's agreement. But there you go. He might not be a gentleman. And are you guys going to be surprised? Because I'm not surprised. That's why I want to hear about Sesko and all that. I'm like, fuck being a gentleman, bro. Gentleman for who? Nothing's written in stone. So there you go.
We need to be ruthless.
Yeah,
Where has that gone?
left with David Dean, bro. He left with
Exactly.
David Dean. Robbo saying Dio Cherky went for that. Yeah, 35 million Cherky. You telling me we couldn't have done with that to start putting some competition on Odegaard? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well, you're right. This is not going to be the most exciting of names, but even a Leon Bailey, another winger,
Leon
just
Bailey,
someone you can look at and go, all right, he's going to give some competition on the wings. That's someone in the right area of the field.
Premier League proven as well.
Yeah, no,
That's the point.
that's just a random name I just picked, by the
No,
way. But
but
even
still,
something like that, I would be a bit, okay, cool. You're just showing the right idea, but it's not exactly what we need.
no, and that's always been the problem. But they always keep going on about top quality and are able to do it in the Premier League. And then when we point out people that are Premier League proven, then people want to start turning their nose down a little bit. They start saying Mateta or Semenyo, and they're like, but could they step up? There's always a but and a this and a that. At the end of the day, it's these players that are terrorizing us every time we play them, bro. It's these
Yeah.
people doing better in the league, goal scoring and assist and all that than our players, bro. Do you know what I mean? So like, come on, like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Big up Dio, he said Fabrizio and the club think we are pricks. Yeah, well, they think bro, it's content. My man's got nearly 3 million subscribers now. He's on every day. You know, we're going to do the transfer news together. You know, like every day. This is your job now, bro. He's a millionaire off of this. Yeah. And they need content. The papers need content. I need content. Everyone who's got a channel, we need content. So even I get drawn in though, and that's what we've got to stop doing. Stop getting drawn in and just try and just leave it all alone. It's hard, much harder said than done though. And I fall for it all the time as well. He said we can get Cherky. Well, not anymore. For that Fabio money, you're absolutely right. Big up Mali. He said Wirtz comes into the league. He's already top 3 creators, bro. For me, arguably the best 10 in world football. I think, as Vigilante said, he's going to come and hit the ground running, and you can expect that of someone like him. Just like if you bought Jokeres or Osherman, or say, for instance, like Barcelona brought Haaland, do you think they're going to say, oh, but he's coming from the Premier League, though? No, they're not. They're going to expect him to score goals because he's one of the best goal scorers in world football. Like, this is what we're talking about. It's not rocket science. Big up Dio. He said, what is going on, man? We're in the upside down, bro. Cherky is going City. Yes, he is. We're Stranger Things, bro. The Twilight Zone. Here's where we are. Dio, the summer we bought Kai for 65 million. We could have brought Tony and Dobvik yet for 64 million pounds together. And this is why we're gonna die on that Havertz hill. This is absolutely why, bro. I'll just get through a few more of these comments and then I'll bring you back in.
So fucking sick of adverts.
I know, bro. I know, and he's gonna cost us. And even this season, because Arteta fancies him and that's his partner, you're gonna try and throw him in. Even if we get Jokeres or Sesko, you're still going to be trying to put this guy in at the detriment of the progression of the team.
You know how bad it is, right? I've not told anyone this. My ex, to take the piss, she was a Chelsea fan. You know what she did? She bought me a fucking shirt and she had that cunt's name on it. I'm sorry to use that word, but yeah, she thought it'd be funny for my birthday, handed it to me. I've opened it thinking, oh, sweet, an Arsenal shirt. She go, oh, look at the back. And I've just dropped it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just walked up the room, mate. I was like, no. I get you're a Chelsea fan, babe, but come on now, you're taking the piss.
I was gonna say, do you know what I probably would have done? I would have like, oh, thanks, babe. I needed a new Luro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, take it to the
An Arsenal shirt, bro. I can't do it. I just dropped him, and you better sort of take it to a charity shop or something, babe.
Bro,
I don't want that.
You should have just put the marigolds on, the marigold gloves, and every time you need a poo, just use that. You know, you got a new bog roll.
That's what it was. It was the high vis jacket. That had been run over. That was such a horrible shirt last
Crazy, bro.
season. I know. I actually bought the fucking thing. Do you
Did
know?
you?
That's because I didn't get any tickets off the ballot, and I was like, well, I bought the membership. I might as well get something out of it. And
Right.
at the end of the season, the shirts went lowered down. I was like, well, since you bought me that 29 shirt, I'm going to buy a clean one that hasn't got
Right.
filth on it.
I would have put the filth on it myself, man. But big up for that, man. There's a little story there for you guys. Could have bought Cherky for years. Not like it wasn't obvious he had landed as a. But this is what we do. Was it not obvious that Kvaratskhelia had landed as a player? Was it not obvious that Osherman has landed as a player? Was it not obvious that Marmoush, tearing it up in the Bundesliga, had landed as a player? But it's never obvious to Arsenal. Like, I don't know who's the talent ID because they are rubbish. It should just be rubbish ID. We can identify trash. We can identify fly tipping. You know what I mean?
On this, sorry, I actually had something I've been meaning to bring up.
Go on.
Where's the hell's the scouts gone that are looking at the talent in Africa? We've had some fucking good players from Africa in the past, man.
Same for
And you
France.
get to pick them up for dirt cheap.
Same for France, bro.
You know, you go out to Africa and you go to one of those players, come here for like 2-3 mil. They will work their socks off. They will be so grateful for that opportunity. They don't want to fuck it up.
Bro, it's done, bro. But instead they've moved it to Brazil and to Spain. But we don't even go
There
to
are no Brazilians left, mate.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And you keep going to Spain. This is why Kepa's coming in. Why didn't you go for Kelleher? If you really wanted to throw the cat amongst the pigeons and really give Rare some competition, because for me, competition is key. No one can feel comfortable in their position. So if that's what you really wanted to do, why not go and get Kelleher? Why not go and get a better goalkeeper than this Spanish little reject fraud? It's because he's Spanish, bruv. And his friends and family tariff at the Arsenal. Big up Mr. Bobo. Last summer, 45 million for Italian zucchini. Yeah, could have gotten Tony or that's what I'm trying to say, bro. This club is just throwing money away. That's what it does. Big up Dio. The club is not serious, bro. They're gaslighting us every summer, especially when season ticket renewal is up. That's when you're gonna get the most PR. Big up Dre. If we're in for the Leroy Sane of 17-18, it would have been a great signing. Well, it's not, but it's not now. I was personally pissed off when we was left out of the Germany, or when he was left out of the Germany squad for the World Cup that year. Again, we're never in for these players in their pomp. It's always when they can't get into their team, just like Rodrigo now, or they're unhappy, or they're a little bit washed up. That's when we go in for them, and that's what I'm sick of doing, guys. I'm sick of it. Big up Dio. Havertz was supposed to be a midfielder. Yeah, Musiala or Kimmich would have moved for 65 million. Exactly that. Exactly that. We skipped Vitinha for Fabio, you know. That's nasty work. We skipped Kvaratskhelia for Marquinhos. That's even worse.
The one that we paid 3 mil for that was free.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. Money laundering and human trafficking, guys. This is what I think is going on at the club. I'm not even joking. Yeah, couldn't make it up, bro. Well, you could. You know, we skipped Kvaratskhelia for Drossard. It wasn't even for Drossard. It was for Marquinhos, bro. Pray for us. Yep. Everyone pray for us. Big up AJ said on Kepa, hold up the shirt. The Arteta 33rd signing. 9 of them are Chelsea/Man City rejects. That's 20%, people. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, bro. And people think this is the guy to lead us into the promised land. He can't stay out of the dustbins. I don't know if he's a manager or a fucking raccoon, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Is he a manager or a raccoon?
You know what's funny? We got Timber. Why haven't we gone for his brother? He's a midfielder and he's a good player.
Yeah. Why? Because
you got the perfect person to get in his ear and go, "Oh, come to Arsenal."
Bro, if anyone, Vigilante, if it makes too much sense, we're allergic to it.
Do it.
Yeah, we start breaking out in highs. We start breaking out in highs. Big up Wahaha, give him the clap. Bro, I'm so late on this, but we're going to do it anyway. No STDs. The clap is going to come out anyway. Just for you. Big yourself up, man. I'm still waiting for signing number 1. And guess who it's going to be when needed? A goalkeeper. You know, has anything changed? Well, it's possible, but is it likely? Do you know what I mean? I very much doubt it. But big up when needed, man. Definitely coming in here a lot. I appreciate you, my guy. Arteta had 20th when Spurs were first for the first time in football history. Well, that's another thing that he does, Vigilante. He's breaking all the wrong records at this point.
That's a mortal sin, man. That's
sacrilege, you know?
Yeah. You know, back in Highbury, he wouldn't have come near the ground. He wouldn't have gone near Colney if that had happened.
Tottenham winning in Europe and Arsenal not winning nothing. That's a sackable offence in itself, bro. But there you go.
No player scoring 10 goals.
Yeah, in 101 years or something. That is wild. That is, when I say anti-football, that's what I mean, people. That's what I'm.
Here's another little funny story, right? You know the FA Cup game. One of my closest friends is a United fan. He switched it off within 15 minutes. I watched the whole match, and he's just like myself. He grew up loving the Vieira Keane, sorry.
Yeah,
Ferguson, Henry, Van Nistelrooy, who's going to score more? And he called me as soon as he put it off. He went, "Dude, are you still watching?" I went, "Yeah." He went, and his exact words were, "What the fuck are we watching?" That's a United fan.
I know. Full circle, bro. Like, it's literally like I feel like I've woken up and we're in the Hunger Games or something. Like, this can't be real.
And I agree with him. It's all about money. It's
absolute joke, man.
It's football's ruin, man.
It really is. Big up the assembled. He said Hendon Wenger never really bought more than he was given. Arteta has been given his money, and none of his players could get into any of Wenger's title. Facts. He's been given the players. He's been given the money. He's been given the time. He's been given the power, the freedom. He's won every battle, and we still can't win anything, guys. Like, what more does it need? Now we need to start planning for life beyond him. So I don't need understanding when we're talking about Sesko and Sane and players like that. I don't need understanding. I need outrage, because we need better players to come and land and be bigger pieces for the new manager, whoever that's going to be. But big up the assembled, man. Always appreciate you being here, my bro. Big yourself up. Big up Dio. It's the red cards and injuries. Cope is ugly. Yeah, it's disgusting. Laminate the bingo cards. It's coming, my guy. It's coming. Arteta had us 15th for 5 straight weeks. Yeah, then Thomas Tuchel was available. We always do it. Even now, Conte's been sacked. Ancelotti's gone to Brazil. Why weren't we stepping in when market opportunities present themselves? Because we're not interested. We're only interested in making money, guys. That's it. That's it. Dio, Arteta learned what from Wenger? Yeah, not no attacking, I'll tell you that. Well, where's the Masquerade morale boosting training sessions, bro?
Views. I think Shane wants you to drop the link in the chat, mate.
Oh, does he? All
right. To interrupt you, bro. And you know, JogaBonito, I have actually seen that guy on Aaron's channel before. He's cool.
Who? Which guy?
JogaBonito. In the chat.
Oh, yeah, I think he's in Shane's channel as well. I'm only probably going to do about another 15 minutes, but of course, welcome, because people are going to start rolling in from school and all of that. And we are downstairs, but we will be back later on as well, 7 p.m. tonight, me and Sard's Football Corner. So if you come and check us out under the lens. Most of you should know who he is. You might have seen him on Don Hassam, on El Hour, if that's how you say it. So yeah, come and check for us later on at 7. I'm only going to be doing like another 15 or so minutes here. Give me a minute, because once again I've lost the bloody comments. Shane Gooner in the building, broski. You all right, mate?
Big up, Shane.
What's the story?
How you doing?
Good, yeah, not a bother. It's just watching downstairs. I said I'd jump on. The young lad's still in bed, so I said I'd fucking hop on and have a chat.
Wicked, man. Wicked, man.
I said I'd jump on.
How you feeling today, bro? The Arsenal stuff. I see Into the Box in the chat. I'm just trying to find my comments again because of this. It's always making me lose it. Man. But I mean, if you've been listening in, you might have heard some of the things we've been talking about. If you got anything you want to get off your chest today, bro?
Yeah, can you turn up Shane's mic, bro?
I just did it.
Is it my mic low, is it? Or is it all right now?
Probably a little bit more if you can turn it up your end. I've turned it up all the way on my end, though, bro.
Okay, it might be different on this to what it is on mine.
But Normski's in the building, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Miss it. This end as well, man.
Oh no, that sounds a little bit better. I think Chinks is in here. Why has this made me miss all of my comments, man? Jesus Christ. But go on, man. I mean, you guys, if there's anything you want to directly chat about or respond to, just while I'm trying to find this comment.
Let's see, I just found out there as well before I came on the Pinko has banned me from Instagram.
Hold on. That gets the clap. Oh my lord, that definitely gets
He's booted me out, man.
this fucking manager.
This
Oh,
fucking manager.
I'm just seeing that now. Why have I missed all the comments? I'm so sorry, guys. This is Streamlabs, but I've actually they took the money out of my bank. So while I've got it, I'm gonna use it, and then we're gonna move over to StreamYard. I don't know if I can actually find where I was at. No, that's where I was at. There we go. Big up Mr. Waffle. He's saying they forgot about games like the 1-0 Spurs win when we got a corner and it shouldn't have been and we scored. Yep. That's a good point. Ross, Mr. Robbo can't condone that behavior, and I think you guys are having your own convo. It's actually crazy they claimed Arteta learned attacking play from Wenger. I haven't seen any other manager in world football produce similar to Wenger. Well, what Wenger did have is he had the philosophy, and Shane can definitely back me up on this, and that's why when you guys mentioned the kids coming in for the cup games, it wasn't too much of a miss because they all played the same way, and not only did they make quarters and semis on a regular basis, but he would give them that trust to actually go on and play in those games as well. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, Shane, you know, we had a philosophy back then. You know,
and every player that came through was a direct replacement for the players that we had. You know what I mean? Like I was saying to you last night, that Van Persie was with us for about 4 or 5 years before he became a starter, because he knew Henry would be going, and it did that all the way through. Like Anelka came in because he knew Wright would be going, and then he only played behind him. It's not we have to sell this player and then there's a big panic at the end of the summer to replace him. You know what I mean? When it felt like that when Henry left and we signed Eduardo, and people saying, "Oh, he's in to replace Henry," but then he wasn't starting. It was like, no, I already have Adebayor and I already have Van Persie there ready to go now. We just hadn't seen it yet because they hadn't been unleashed. They had little flashes. But I remember Van Persie saying at the time that Wenger, when Henry left, and Wenger said, "Oh, like you're going to be the main striker," and he's like, "Me? I'm a 10, or I can play with the right, and I can." I said, "No, you're the main striker." And Van Persie said before that he never even thought that that's what he could do. But Wenger had known, and he knew when he let go. But with this guy, it's all right. We'll get rid of Aubameyang and never replace him. Never ever replace him since. Same with the right side of defender. Aaron brings this up a lot. When Saliba got injured that season, 22-23, and we blew the league. People blame that on it. We had blown the league because the low block had been discovered by Sean Dyche against us. That's why we lost the league that season. And he got found out in the second half of the season. But he still hasn't signed the right side of cover for Saliba all these years later. He hasn't learned. You know what I mean? It's just craziness. Like it's the same shit over and over again. I saw like Danny Reacts was sending me loads of Twitter stuff and all, like, and some of it's just outrageous. The people out there, man, supporting this club. One of them was Rodrigo, Sesko, and all these players. There's about 5 or 6 players that they want, like a dream signing. Now, if the board can just make this happen for him, you know what I mean? It's even the way they word it, like, is this poor innocent manager who hasn't been given a penny, like Oliver Twist settings. You know what I mean? Please, sir, can I have some more? He's been spending fortunes, absolute fortunes, and he spent 80 million of it on forwards. Of all the money he spent, 80 million.
And how much has he spent on left backs and goalkeepers? Like
he spent about 80 million on left backs. He's probably spent about 60 million on goalkeepers. The left 8, he's been trying to replace that forever, and he has fucking Lewis Skelly sitting there. Like,
and that was a great point you made. That was a great point you made when old Jacko and Bubble trying to talk like we want to know something. We don't have any midfielders. We do have bloody midfielders. You're trying to turn them into other things. You know what I'm saying? You know, Zinchenko is a midfielder. Ethan's a midfielder. Lewis Skelly is a midfielder. That's 3 of them right there.
Straight away. And then he said, Ethan is a cover for the right wing. 18 minutes later, he puts up his map of the Arsenal team with Ethan in the
Ethan in the midfield. Absolute clown, bro. Big up Godfrey, though, each and every time, man. Thank you for coming through and showing some love. I think he obviously put this message up before he saw Shane come on the screen. We got the legend with us, and we got Vigilante, always showing love, always welcome. Man need to have respect. I suppose they do. He said, check. God, yeah, I'm tired of taking the rejects, man. Godfrey's bigging up the community. Big yourself up, my broski. Always welcome. Big up the assembled. He said, AJ, for 2 seasons running, Arsenal have conceded the least goals and no title. Also, another unwanted record. And that's the problem, because they want to keep pointing to points tallies and to defense records. You know, they want to point to the fact that Raya got the golden gloves. It was 13 clean sheets.
And he shared it.
And he shared it. And he said it. He's 13 clean
But
sheets.
Arteta talked about that in the press conference. Like, we still have to play for the Golden Glove. He said, I mean, that is so embarrassing for him to say that.
Yeah,
still have to
I'm
play for the
surprised you
Golden
weren't
Glove.
out on the pitch.
I thought he would be. I thought he would be. Him lifting it with him the other way when they shared the FA Cup. Like, even has any other manager ever has the words Golden Glove ever come out of their mouth? I wonder. I'd like to check. I doubt it's ever been said before. This guy is an absolute. He's a fraud, man. He is
Maybe at the end of a season, maybe a manager's gone, "I'm proud of them. They've won the Golden Boot or
They might
whatever."
have
But
said
that's
that.
it.
They definitely haven't said
But that's
we're
it.
playing for the fucking Golden Glove.
Yeah, no,
like it's an achievement, man. This fucking guy.
This guy, bro. You're fucking bang on, bro.
And
This
his weird obsession. They've got to be left-footed. They've got to be right-footed.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell and Kola Toure are both right-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
And he
inverted.
was happy. He was happy enough to have two right-sided or right-footed central defenders when he signed Declan Rice, and he didn't want to drop Partey, so he put the first few seasons he put Partey at right back, and he dropped Gabriel and put Ben White and Saliba as the centre backs, and we dropped a bucket load of points. Fucking phone conference.
And how many times has he done that over the season? Like, that's why I blame him.
Started the season that way though. So it was the 23-24 season, and we drew with Fulham. I think we might have drawn with Forest as well. We dropped a load of points in the first few games. Oh, we were only 2 points off. If he hadn't have fucked around at the start of the season, trying to reinvent the wheel again, you know what I mean? It's before he decided then, I'll put Rice at the left eight. He doesn't see Rice as a left eight. It's just a way to put him in with Partey. Instead of playing them in a double pivot, just do something that makes sense.
Yeah.
He has to try and change everything around.
Absolutely. We got Aaron, JogaBonito. How you doing, man?
How's it going? You all right?
We're all good, man. How you doing today?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
What's the story, bud?
Do you know what it is, right? Even with this manager, I don't trust whoever he gets. He's just going to absolutely run into the ground and ruin them as a player. I just don't trust this guy whatsoever. I think you should just sack this guy off, right? Because like I said in Shane's chat earlier, it's just going to create a bigger issue for the other manager. Then he's got to come in and fix this mess.
Yeah.
Because he buys absolute duds.
Yeah. Good point.
Every time he buys them as well. That's the thing. Like, it's not what 5 of them have been hits, maybe out of 32. And we're talking Timber, who was 50 million. So he wasn't a find. Rice was 100 million. Partey was 50 million. And if you're to believe what's said, Partey and Gabriel were already on the radar under the Emery regime. You know what I mean? Like, that was just, teams target players like a year before now when they start working on it. So if you have to believe it, they were targeted. Saliba was signed by Emery. Martinelli was signed by Emery. Our only two sellable assets, really, are the two players Emery signed. Everybody else has gone down in value.
Yeah.
Saka wouldn't be worth as much now as he could have been or should have been at this age.
And we were saying yesterday, he looks different now, don't he? He don't look the same
He's ruined. He's ruined. Of all those injuries, we were saying yesterday as well, there was 8 of them, 8 sort of major injuries this season, or surgeries anyway. Minimum 4 of them won't be the same again.
Right.
Minimum 4. Tommy Asu will probably never play 90 minutes again. Don't be surprised if he never plays 90 minutes again or has to retire in 2 years like Van Basten sort of thing. Jesus definitely will never be the same again.
Yeah.
We don't know about Gabriel.Maybe that's why he signed a contract. Fuck this, man. I've lost a fucking few yards of pace, so I'm never going to get a big move. I may as well stay. You know what I mean? Like, Saka looks absolutely gone. He got rushed back. How did he time it just that he was back for the Madrid game? If that's not rushing someone back, I don't know what is. Get the feel-good factor up. Keep the pressure up. He doesn't care about these players. Not in any way, shape, or form does he care about these players.
But Shane,
you know what I mean?
You've seen that before with Gabriel Jesus, didn't you? When he rushed him back from the injury.
Yeah,
you had Trossard win Player of the Month. Then you rush back Gabriel Jesus and you don't see Trossard again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone gives Trossard a lot of stick, right? But I'd like to see Trossard given a good run of games in one position. Don't play him a different position every match. Give him a run of games in one position.
Like he had at Brighton.
Just hold down the fort for me, Shay. Just give me 1 second, right? I'll be back.
Like he did at Brighton, and he got a hat trick at Anfield and all.
Exactly. Exactly.
Same thing. And then with Jesus, when he rushes him back, he seems to play him for about 5 games in a row, and then start dropping him again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you?
So he plays him loads of times when he's not fit, and then starts dropping him again. It's always the same thing with him.
We've seen it with Thomas Partey as well when he's come off the pitch injured. And he's pushing Thomas Partey back on the field. Do you remember that?
Yeah. He pushed him back on, and he pushed Timber back on against Fulham this season and against PSG. And the one against PSG, Ben White had his bib off, and he said, "No, sit back down." And he waited another 10 minutes when Timber was asking to come off. He pushed him back on against Fulham as well, and he went down. he's a narcissist. Like, the guy is an absolute narcissist.
It's the same with Gabriel. His injury.
Sorry, go ahead.
Same with Gabriel. His injury could have been avoided.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was left to sit on the floor for about 5 minutes, and no one seemed to care.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have been playing that game. It was in between the Madrid games.
Yeah.
I was at that game, and I got in an argument with a guy on the way out because he's fucking, and I said, "What are you celebrating for? Gabriel's injured. Oh, we won." I said, "But the match means nothing. We can't win the league. Gabriel's injured. He shouldn't have been playing." Oh, but we had to beat Fulham. Why? Because we haven't beaten them in 3 games. That was his rationale for playing a full fucking team. It meant nothing. That game meant nothing.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
You know what? I don't know if you guys ever, and this guy in the comment section is completely right, by the way. Partey never had an injury record before he came to Arsenal.
Yeah,
and that's the truth. I don't know whether you saw a couple of years ago when we loaned Reece Nelson to Feyenoord for the season. When the coach actually took him, he said in training he couldn't believe how unfit he was. What are Arsenal doing?
There you go.
And just what happened with England with Saka. Just what happened just now.
Yeah,
he got sent back for national duty.
Great points. What do you guys think of Mr. Waffle's comment here? I think, Shane, I kind of know you, but we always touch on it again. I think Berta is hanging Arteta out to dry.
I don't know what's.
Do you know what I think Berta's in for? I think Berta personally is in to make the money on the sales, because if you look at Arsenal, throughout the history of Arsenal, we just don't make money on sales. It's the Arsenal way to rip up the contract and let them go for free because we can't get money for players, apparently.
Well, the highest transfer received is still fucking Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's still our highest transfer received.
Is it that, or was it Everton for Iwobi?
Oh, Iwobi was the same. That was the same price, wasn't it?
Was it the same price?
Was it?
I thought
Chamberlain.
Oxlade, I think he's the same as Iwobi. I think they're both the same.
We've just been dog shit in terms of we're just business in general.
The lads were saying on Leeds last night that Chelsea have made like 400 million or something over this time of spending all their money. They're still making a bucket load. City selling Alvarez for 80 million. They made money on Mahrez. They always make money back. We don't, because he ruins these players in reputation and physically. He ruins them. And
look at Guendouzi.
He's so blunt with the way he cast them aside that they're just out, and everybody knows that they're out. So when someone comes in to buy and they go, "Oh, we'll take Zinchenko." Oh, well, we paid. I'm going to stop you there. We'll give you like 5 million. You don't even want them. It's so clear you don't want them. You know what I mean? Same with Aubameyang. We could have got money for him. He went public, said he's out. Had to give him away for free. Ozil, public, out, free, paying them off. In fact, you know what I mean? He has no sense. He's so spoiled that he just says to the board, "Well, yeah, just get rid of them. I don't want them, and buy me him." He doesn't care. He like Ferguson would have been clever if he fell out, but the only time that happened to him was with Yap Stam, where he went public. Other players, I guarantee you, he fell out with players and then sold them, and then you don't find out till years later because he's not going to go public with it. But this guy has to be the center of attention all the time. It's crazy that people can't see it, that the public can't see it, and the press can't see it. It's there for everybody. You just have to just pull back the curtain just a little bit, and you can see how Peter Sutcliffe.
Oh, you know me, bro. The old love child, bro. Harry Semi-Face and Christian is Peter Sub tonight, Matthew. We're gonna be Peter. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, man. Listen, big up everyone in the building. I'm gonna try and get some of these comments, and then we'll start to wrap it up because people are going to start wandering through the door very soon. But it's been amazing again, you guys, especially with the help of the legend Shane sending people over here. It's been pumping, so always appreciate that. Just got over the 1K. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Shane. Subscribe to Vigilante as well. He's doing gaming streams, Resident Evil, all that stuff. So show him some love. Aaron, I don't know if you've got yourself a channel, or are you just partaking in the show?
Just partaking. I was thinking of dabbling in the channel, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might have a chat to Aaron, see if he can maybe point me in the right direction, see where to go. But we'll see. We'll see.
Sure. Go on.
Can I just say one thing as well? Obviously, I know where you guys are. You don't want Arteta out the football club, but I think it's to the point now where it's not even Arteta out. Like, for me, from the beginning, it's been on the Cronkies because it's common sense. You don't go and hire a novice. Like, at the end of the day, Arteta's never going to walk out with £15 million a year job, is he? Like, you wouldn't, I wouldn't, no one wouldn't. I think it's got to be on the... It's on the owners at this point now. You know, like, they should never have given him the job in the first place. Like, you, me, nobody in any walk of life could go and get a job with no experience at one of the top corporate companies in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. That's why I keep coming back to that beaten by the best, because he's been long conning us, bro. Like, he's been planning for this, because we were talking to him before we hired Emery, so he's been planning for this.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, before. Yeah, he was on shortlist, wasn't he, as manager? Yeah,
exactly. So why I totally agree with you, Jogger. Totally agree with you that no novice can just, and you're right. Ultimately, when you do the Spider-Man meme, the fault lies with the Cronkies. Ultimately, you're absolutely right. And even Dan Potts has said that. I can't even be bothered with Arteta out. It's the Cronkies. However, this season, why I've been so big on the whole Arteta out is because the Cronkies have just left him to it. He's had everything that he needs. And it's your mistakes this year that is very glaringly obvious to me. So that's why I'm kind of beating that drum a lot louder than the Cronkies drum, because at the end of the day, yes, they made the mistake and all of that by getting this guy in, but they have let him do what he wants. So you can't say, they didn't let him spend the money. They haven't given him no power. They haven't given him enough time. He's had it all.
He's had plenty enough. 750 million. You're telling me he can't get a start 11 on a bench? Come on.
But I do agree with you. I do agree with you, and I think you're absolutely right that when you strip it all back, the ultimate blame is with
the Cronkies.
Absolutely.
What I will say though is with the board, when we were looking at Arteta first, they did go, no, I want to go with experience. So then when it didn't work, they might have gone back to what everybody else was suggesting, because they would have had the final say on Emery. So they did go with Emery. And the other thing is that yes, they hired him, and yes, they gave him a contract. But they've given him a fucking shitload of money compared to other managers in his position. He's gotten an absolute bucket load of money. And on top of that as well, they made a mistake hiring him, and yes, they made a mistake giving him another contract. But if you stack their couple of mistakes up next to his endless stream of them, endless stream of mistakes, then he is the core of it. Another manager with the support that he's gotten would have won shit. That's the way I'll put it. Another manager would have won shit with, no matter how bad the board are. If they get him 750 million, we brought in Inzaghi before. He's made 114 million profit in transfers in 4.5 years. In the same time that Arteta has made a $500 million loss on transfers, and he's got Champions League finals, leagues, he's won cups. So if he had been our manager in this time with that money, we would have won leagues. We probably would have won the Champions League. So that's where it just all falls on Arteta. He's been given absolutely everything. I'd blame the board if they've made this mistake and they'd been really stingy and saying, okay, we'll give you some money to spend this summer, but if it doesn't work next summer, you have to sell 3 of your best players and make it back. He's been given absolutely everything. So I do agree that the board, and my biggest thing with them is, and I blame Arteta mainly for this, with them as well, is this clever thing they've done of bringing in this mentality that we're just a middle of the road team that should be grateful for, and they've cleverly done that over time. Over time, they've done that, and now everybody believes it, and we're a fashionable club, and we're all PC and all that bollocks. So I definitely hold them to account for that. But Arteta has been, he everything comes back to him. Every single thing comes back to him. Like it's being said, he is the cancer. His tentacles are on everything that's wrong with this club, and he squeezed the life out of the youth system. He's been handed gems. This is the biggest golden generation we've had since the 80s/70s when David O'Leary and Brady and all came through, and we've never had it like this before. Never had it this good.
Yeah,
all these legends coming through, and he hasn't got the best out of any single one of them. Smith Rowe's gone, and Keddy is gone. Saka's, will he ever be the same? Lewis Skelly's out of position. Wanyeri can't even get microwave minutes anymore.
Yeah,
so Martinelli has everything comes back
12
to him.
and 14.
Every single thing comes back to him.
Martinelli, yeah. So you was going.
Do you know? I agree to a degree there, Shane. But the thing is, with the Cronkies, it comes down to them for me, because they should have pulled the trigger a long time ago. Look, these guys are billionaires, right? You don't get into that position without being a very, very intelligent person. They can look. If you, me, and everyone else on the show and the panel and in the comments can see it, then why can't they see it?
Because 90% of the fan base are behind them. That they think that the fan base will turn if they sack him.
Yeah,
and they don't want that. They don't want to lose money in the shop and stuff like that. The only problem is, and I said it this morning, the 90% that are against them, they're all Fairweather fans. They'll be outraged for a day and then they'll move on because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. We if it was the other way around, we'd be fucking up in arms. But they're the ones that spend all the money. We don't spend the money in the armory. It's all these Fairweather fans that do, that love them. So until it starts to really turn, because we think sometimes we can fall into the trap of, because we're in here and we watch Lee and we watch Aaron and I watch Views, and so I sometimes think, yeah, it's finally turning. But then you just Google anything about Arsenal and go into a comment section and they're all for him, and you go, actually, it's just because I've surrounded myself with people like-minded. And
With
then
a small percentage.
going out and they're watching Semiu and they're watching fucking Moneypenny and they're watching Pinkus and they're watching AFTV and going, everything's fine.
We're the cult. We're the cult now. Sorry, Vigilante, you want to jump in? Yeah.
Yeah, where I hold Arteta and the Kroenkes responsible is not just the amount of money that's been spent, it's how it's been spent.
Yeah.
Like, you take one player out, 4 move around into different positions. That's not right. That is the worst squad building I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Great point.
You
Great.
could probably look at Derby when they had the worst record points total. Their squad was probably built better than ours.
Would have been, yeah. More
They
stable.
probably have strikers. That makes it a better already.
Most teams in the Premier most teams in the Premier League in 2025 actually play more of a fluid football than Arsenal do. Ours is very laboured, very kind of slow. It's bloody horrible. Big up Zero. Sorry, let me just big up Zero Requiem, if I've said that right. Requiem, if I've said that right. I don't think I've seen you around here. Big yourself up. He said, I may have missed it. Anyone mentioned the news by Romano and Ornstein, who is right? And this is what we were discussing at the start, right? Because 1 minute is a here we go from Fabrizio, and then Ornstein's coming out saying it's not a here we go for Wirtz. These ITKs, I mean, they all need content, don't they? I mean, it's just it obviously it's bad for us because we're the people in the middle not knowing what's going on, especially if you're a fan of Liverpool and Wirtz and everything else. But I don't know, bro. None of us can tell you. We're not in the nose. They're in the nose, and it's their job to pump out content every day. This is what they get paid to do. So I thought I would mention that quickly. 33 likes. Big up, AJ. Let's see if we can creep closer to 40. We are going to wrap it up very, very soon. I just want to try and get through a couple more of these comments. Then we'll get the last kind of intervention points from the guys. And then we are going to wrap it up. Is it Mr. Bait? Shane, I always get this wrong, bro. Is it battered?
Yeah, I thought it was Mr. Bait Red until I heard you say battered. And I was like, okay, maybe it is. I asked him, but he hasn't explained it.
You want to know something? Can you let us know how to say your name, please, bro? Do you know?
That's something.
Yeah.
Bait Red.
But big up, man. Big up each and every time. I always appreciate you being here. Yeah, man. Legend, man. Big up AJ. Like the stream. It helps me out. Normski, sorry it's taking me so long to get to your chat. Uncle Views at it again. Big up Normski each and every time. Message me, bro. Like, when we're going to get this under the lens, let me know when you can. Oh, Lord, we got someone else coming in as well now. Let me see if I can even fit these people in because we're about to finish, man. But it's my broski. How are you? What are you telling me, bro?
Big up, my bro. How you doing, man?
We're all right, man. We're all right today, man. It's the intervention, man, in full swing, bro. What's your thoughts, man? What's your feelings?
Bro, we're what, 11 days in?
Yeah.
And we still don't know whether Zubimendi's a done deal or not. Everything's still up in the air. And I'm sat there scratching my head thinking, where the fuck are these signings going to come from? Like, nothing's being done. And it's jarring, like, honestly.
Jarring. The window's done.
Can I just say, it brings me on to a point where I think Shane was on Potts' channel with a gal, and the gal said, oh, you know, guys, don't panic. It's only the 5th day in. I think what people don't understand is when you get these players in and done early, they get the whole pre-season with the team to get to gel and get to play together and actually get a bit of chemistry. I mean, a top football club, when it's January, February, March, you already know your targets. You're already working towards targets. You're talking to agents. You're talking to clubs. If I was a football club, I'd be going to the other club and saying, right, look, in the summer, I want so-and-so player. How much do you want? Let's agree. Let's get it all done. Let me talk to the agent. As soon as the window opens, bang, signing done.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted an indication of change. So when Arsenal fans tell me, oh, but why are you not panicking? We never do our business fast. We never do that. Why are you enabling it? That's
I actually have something to say. You remember the season we signed Tierney and everyone? That was early in the window.
Yeah, really early, yeah.
So this is bullshit. We don't do business early.
Sambi the Conga and all was early in the season as well, really quick. The season we signed Jesus and Zinchenko was really quick.
Timber.
So it's bollocks.
Did he come
with these two signings? This is all down to Arteta saying they're the only 2 players I want. I don't want anyone else, and that's why the previous summer when both of those players said no, I'm staying another year. That's why he ended up with 2 scrubs. And I'll repeat myself with this. He was offered. He clearly would have been offered. All right, you can't get Sesko. Do you want another striker? No, I'll wait because he's so stubborn. So then in January, he fucking knew. He knew he wasn't getting a striker.
Mm.
First time he's ever said in press conferences, "Oh, I know," to the reporters, I know I need a striker, guys. Knowing he wouldn't get one. And now it's the biggest defence that top Gooners have for him. He's so clever that they have the defence now going, didn't he ask for a striker? It's the board. It's the board. I'd say he got bollocked in the boardroom for that. You cheeky little fucker, man, putting it on us. You know what I mean? Because he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. And now with these two, like when Egal comes in and says, "Oh, you know, you don't have to get your business done." Yes, you do, because the longer you wait, the other team goes, "How much did you say you'd pay? 60 million? Yeah, we can give us 70 now because I know he's stuck here." It's all negotiation. Like
look at what City have done.
All the time.
Look at what City have done. They've done their business early. They've already got Cherky through the door. Already got Ait Nouri through the door. Bettinelli as well as a backup goalkeeper. Why are we waiting?
Because we're Arteta. Because we only have 2 targets. City went for Wirtz first, and Wirtz said, "I don't said your job. Get out of the way. We don't want you then. You don't want to come. We'll move on. We'll get Cherky instead." That's the way we should.
Arteta's like the guy who gets the 3-day-old bread off the reduce section. That's how he buys his players.
He looks for the orange stickers.
Yeah. You have to eat it all in one day before.
You know, you can just pick the mold off it and carry on.
Yeah,
That's what he
literally.
does.
Exactly.
Oh man,
That's
I
what we're
listen.
doing.
Big up Into the Box. Like I said, big up Normski in the chat. Big up Chinks Phase in the chat. Sorry if I've taken so long to get to you guys. Make sure you subscribe into all these guys as well. All the guys on the panel. As for this Rodrigo noise, strange that Alonso has left him from. I don't think that's true though. Did any of you guys see that? I don't think that's true.
I ain't seen it. I doubt it.
I was under the impression that Rodrigo wanted to stay at Madrid.
No, he does.
Alonso wanted Rodrigo to stay.
And if he's leaving, he ain't fucking coming to us, man. Trust me on that.
Right.
I'd question his mentality if he wanted to come to us.
The ER machine is drip feeding this to keep everybody happy. What do we always say, views? They always dangle the beauty queen and then send you home with a pig. That's what they're doing. They let everybody think. That's what they do. And then all the fans all summer go, yeah. And then by the time it's the Eddie Murphy thing when you haven't had sex for ages and then you finally do and you're like, "Oh, it's the best sex I ever had." Yeah. He says the more you have it, then you're like, "Oh, it's like maybe you're starving and someone tosses you a cracker, and then you go, "Oh, the best cracker I ever had." Like, give me more, please. And then after a while, it's like some regular old cracker. That's what they do. They starve you, and then because we're even turning around now and going, "Oh, I'd even take Sesko now at this stage," you know, because they know what they're doing. Because I didn't want him anywhere near me, and now I'm going, "Well, he is a striker," and I'm even trying to find positives about it.
I'm telling you, it's like Lent. It's like Lent, isn't it?
These rumors, so people get excited, and then the top Gooners just forget about it. Once we get,
they starve you. They starve you for 40 days, and by the time they're sprinkling the sugar on the shit, you're ready to wolf that down, bro. You're ready to literally go ham. Exactly. Absolutely. Listen, so many comments and stuff in here. I can't even get to all of them. Let's get some last viewpoints from everyone on the panel, because people are going to come through the door soon, and I need to wrap it up. I appreciate every one of you coming on. You guys are always welcome on the intervention. Let's start with you, Alfie, because you only just come on, bro. I mean, how's your thoughts? The first little window's closed. Are you feeling confident about Arsenal? Are you excited? I mean, what's your points, bro? What's your views?
Honestly, I'm not even excited anymore. Like usually over the past couple of years, I've been excited about the start of the new season, wondering who we're going to get through the door, and then nothing really happens. You look at the last transfer window, we bought a load of shit, square pegs, round holes, and it looks as if it's going to be the same this summer. We've only got, like Shane said, we've only got 2 real targets. You need more than that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we need more. We need more firepower if we're going to be taken seriously. But at the end of the day, the top Gooners out there are going to enable Arteta because he brought us back from the depths. I'm not being funny. He was the reason he's the reason we finished 8th back to back in the first place. So, and he clearly, as far as I'm concerned, he's clearly not good enough to get us over the line. He can get us there. I mean, we said this on the Under the Lens views. He can get us to the line, but he can't get us over it. So I've got no faith in the man. I've got no faith in Arteta. I've got no faith in the Cronkies. I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm just sat back, chilled, ready for whatever madness is going to happen this season. As far as I'm concerned, we may even finish out of the top 5 at this rate because we don't even look competitive.
Yeah. No, Shane said the same thing, and well put, my bro. I'm sorry that I even have to cut it short, but we'll try and get more in. JogaBonito, might as well start at the bottom. Any last words? Any last things you want to point out to the people?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not even this season. I ain't even no optimism for it at all. You know, like again, bargain basement signings, going for rejects again. Kepa, looking at Sane, even though he's looking like he's going to Turkey, just fed up with it. You know, like I've heard people say, like I think Shane put it to Christian the other day about signings on Pot's show, and he said, "Yeah, well, you know, 2 players are better than 1." Well, not really, not really. Last time we could have gone and got Gyökeres for his release clause, 80 million, more or less the same what we paid for Calafiori and Marino.
Yep.
We put Marino in the centre forward position anyway. He played out a position when we could have had a proper striker in the position.
Yeah.
Calafiori was what half the season anyway. You know, I'm just fed up with it. You know, how many more left backs? How many more defenders do we need? The front line's been heavily neglected. But then again, any player what comes in under this manager, I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. I think the best signing we could possibly do is just shift the manager on. Pay him his 30 million, get rid of him. Thank you very much. See you later, and get a new guy in. I mean, it would have been perfect 18 months ago. We could have gone and got Luis Enrique, but you know that ship's gone, isn't it? So
it has, yeah. Well said, bro. Well said. And like I said, obviously now I can't really put a face to the name at the moment, but you've come on and not done anything untoward. So that's what
I'll
will
jump on camera next time. I'm just busy. I'm at the little girl's school at the moment, sitting outside. So
it's fine. You've handled yourself well, so I appreciate that. You ain't done any trolling. So big yourself up, bro.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
On, bro. This is what the show's for. We'll end up with the legend Shane. So Vigilante, man, give me your last thoughts, my bro. Might want to shout your channel if you want. Same for Alfie. Mods, get Alfie's link in the channel as well. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Alfie, man. Stop being pagans. Sorry, Vigilante, let's go. What are you telling me, bro? You there?
Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah,
I've written next season off, mate. I just don't see us winning anything.
Right.
And I don't even see us getting in maybe the conference places, because the squad's going to fall apart quicker than a wet cracker, mate, or a digestive in a cup of tea. 1 or 2 injuries. We're in the same boat as we were in January, basically. 1 injury for major collapse, because you have to rotate everyone again. So, yeah. And then we're going to play like crabs. Sideways.
Yeah.
I'm not excited.
Yeah, I'm not excited either, mate. Definitely not excited. Like I said, Vigilante does do gaming on his channel. So when I finish with this live, I'm going to get everyone's name in the title. Make sure you're subscribing to everyone that's jumped on. Show love. You know how we do it over here. The legend Shane Gooner, man. What you telling me, man? Final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, well, first off, thanks for having me on. And thanks for jumping on the afternoon roast on Sunday.
Come on, bro.
And yeah, the fucking banging stream today, man. Absolutely banging stream. But yeah, look, I'm with the lads. To quote Arteta, next season will be total disaster, guys. Total disaster. It will be an absolute disaster next season. And we're like Vigilante said, he's going to need to rotate and stuff. He doesn't even know how to do that. He never has. Never known how to rotate. And the sideways passing is going to get worse. That's why he wants Zubimendi. And then when that doesn't work, it's going to be long ball up to Sesko. That's it. Because people say, oh, he played the long ball to Havertz. No, every header Havertz goes for, he grabs his head and collapses mid jump. You know what I mean? Where Sesko will be able to flick it. We're absolutely doomed next season. And I've been saying since before the end of this season that if he's in charge at the end of next season, we'll be outside the top 5. I can guarantee we'll be outside the top 5. Not just because we're so shit and he's so shit, but all the other teams are strengthening and properly strengthening. Making big fucking moves, man. If Newcastle signed, they must be due a big window. Newcastle haven't spent in ages. If they signed a world-class defender and a decent keeper and back up for Isak, we're done. Absolutely done. It's talking of him getting Grealish now. He would ball out there, man. He would absolutely ball out at Newcastle because Eddie Howe would give him the freedom to play. We're screwed. Like we aren't coming close to them. But on the same page, if we were to get Grealish, he'd just be as shit as he is at City because he'd be under another system. Yeah, but we're done next season. We're done. No matter who we sign. Doesn't matter. We could sign Gyökeres. He'd be lucky to get 15 goals. He'd be lucky to get 15 goals in this system. Sesko, who the team is built around, feeding the ball. He's coming now. He's going to get half the amount of chances he gets. He's going to get even less than 13 goals. You know what I mean? It's an absolute disaster from start to finish. And I like just sack the manager. Sack the manager now. Sack him now. Move on. I would take him being sacked now and not sign any players over signing players. We would if we got in a manager and knew what he's doing, we instantly have a better squad. Because like
you'd get more out of the team.
Suddenly you have, we have a better squad straight away. Lewis Skelly is a left 8. Wanyeri's getting games, getting minutes. We suddenly have 2 of the most exciting young midfielders playing for us. You know what I mean? Royce comes into a double pivot. We get to use the players properly. You know what I mean? Ben White can rotate with Timber, not just Timber playing all the time and Ben White on the bench. Everything opens up. But and I will finish on this. we're talking about injuries. We're going to get more injuries next season than we've ever had, because all these players that have had torn hamstrings and grade 3 hamstrings, they're going to keep picking up calf injuries, knee injuries, ankle injuries. With our players are going to be dropping like flies next season. And if this season was bad for injuries, wait till you see next season. It's going to be absolutely horrendous for injuries. And it'll be all not his fault and all the bad luck and the referees and all this other shit that the top gooners say. But it depended on the fixture list. If we get a tough start, he could be done early. Yeah, he could be done early. And if we lose to a so-called top 6 side, and the top gooners lose that record that they like to throw around all the time, they're running out of things to defend him with. And he's going to start saying stupid shit in press conferences and all because he can't handle pressure. And it's going to be entertaining for fans on the outside where we'll just be in pain. But we are done next season. If we do anything at all next season, I'll be absolutely stunned. But I've planted my flag, and I'll you know what I mean, people can clip it up or whatever. We'll be outside the top 5 next season if he's here at the end of the season, guaranteed.
Do you know what, Shane? I'm gonna have so much satisfaction if it does go to shit and we end up sacking him, and we can turn around to all of the top gooners and all the Arteta in lot and say, "We told you, but you didn't listen."
Yeah.
And do you know what, Shane?
Say, oh, you're happy now. You're happy, and he's going to go on. I'd be even more interested to see his career after. I will keep tabs on that prick, man. Because according to fucking Sutcliffe and Barney the dinosaur, he's going to win a Champions League and everything with other teams. He won't get a top job ever again. He definitely won't get the same money.
And do you know what, Shane? I think
had
that's
a Northampton fan in my chat today say they wouldn't take him.
It's Mr. Battered. Sorry, I had to say that there. Now it's confirmed. It's Mr. Battered.
Oh, and I've been calling you Bay Red. Views wins, man. Mr. Battered. Okay.
Tell you, and now E. Ross is joining. Sorry, man. I got to try and end this. Like, people are going to start coming through the door, like my daughter and that. So, but what I'll do tomorrow is I'll probably just do the intervention from upstairs so that it ain't disturbed, and we can obviously keep it rolling when the momentum's coming, man. But I do have to end it here, guys. I'm so sorry to cut you all deep. I don't want to stop the momentum, but we've got to stop, man. Thank you, every single one of you that's passed through. I think we've just gone over 40 likes as well, so that is amazing. That is a record for the intervention. So keep that energy coming, people. We will be back here again at 7 p.m. for Sides Football Corner under the lens. We will be back tomorrow for another intervention, maybe even longer. If you guys want to roll through, it's completely up to you. Thank you ever so much. Make sure you're subscribing to all these guys. We are going to redirect you over to Deluded Gooner, so go over there and say Views Raid. I'm going over there myself, so I want to see you all going over there and showing some love to DG. But once again, everyone, man, it's been amazing today. It really has. This is what the show's about, getting you guys to come on and have your say. Everyone welcome, as long as you're not a troll. So again, Vigilante, Jogger, Alfie, Shane, Legends, thank you so much. We're out of here, guys. Go over to Deluded and say Views Raid. Back tomorrow, gang. Peace.